Are you tired of constant pain or numbness that makes life miserable? Frustrated with blurry vision? Or maybe you just miss being able to do the things you used to, walking comfortably, enjoying hobbies, and feeling confident in your own body. If you have high blood sugar or diabetes, your risk of nerve damage skyrockets. And the worst part, some of the foods you eat every day could be making it worse. So in today's video, we're counting down the 10 worst foods that silently destroy your nerves, plus the best foods to keep them strong and healthy. By the end, you'll know exactly what to cut out and what to eat more of, so you can reduce pain, improve circulation, and even restore brain function. If you find this video useful, please click the like button. It really helps others to find our highly researched videos. Okay, let's kick it off with one that many people eat without knowing just how terrible it is. High mercury fish. Mercury is a neurotoxin, meaning it directly damages nerve cells. Mercury builds up in the body over time, leading to memory loss, tremors, and nerve pain in the feet. The biggest offenders are predatory fish. Why? It all comes down to the food chain. Fish absorb tiny amounts of mercury from the ocean. Big fish eat small fish, then even bigger fish eat them. The longer a fish manages to survive, the more mercury that builds up in its body. And when we eat those old fish, all that mercury ends up in us. For example, did you know that an orange roughy can live for up to 200 years? That's a lot of time spent absorbing heavy metals. So avoid old fish. That's your shark, swordfish, king mackerel, tilefish, marlin, and orange roughy. Likewise, large tuna like big eye, yellowfin, and albacore also contain high mercury levels and should be limited. If you enjoy tuna, go for skipjack, as they have a much lower mercury content. We'll talk more about the very best fish a little bit later on, so stick around for that. Number 9, ultra-processed foods. If it lasts forever on a shelf, chances are it's loaded with chemicals that harm your nerves. A 2023 study published in Nature found that eating just one serving of ultra-processed food per day increases the risk of central nervous system demyelation by a whopping 8%. Demyelation is a serious problem. It's when the protective coating around your nerves, the myelin sheath, starts to break down. Once that happens, nerve signals start to misfire. There are many problems with ultra-processed foods, but the most significant one is that they're packed with artificial preservatives and stabilizers. And let's not forget processed meats like hot dogs, deli meats, and frozen nuggets. Not only are they made from low-quality offcuts, but they also contain nitrates and nitrites, which again have been linked to neurodegenerative diseases. So what's the fix? Cook more meals at home using whole ingredients. Batch cook and freeze portions so you're not tempted to convenience foods. And stock your kitchen with quality snacks like nuts, cheese, or hummus and carrots. At number 8, a little caffeine might seem harmless, but too much of it can overload your nervous system. A cup or two of coffee, probably fine. But once you hit 3 or more cups per day, caffeine starts to work against you. It spikes cortisol levels, keeping your nervous system locked in a state of stress. At the same time, it overexcites your nerve cells, which can make pain, tingling, and sensitivity even worse, especially if you already have neuropathy. And of course, caffeine also disrupts sleep, which is crucial for nerve repair. If you have diabetes, here's another issue. Too much caffeine has been shown to increase insulin resistance, making it harder for your body to regulate blood sugar. If you're healthy, keeping it under 2 cups per day is probably fine. But if you already have nerve damage, cutting back or switching to decaf is a smart move. And one more thing, watch out for coffee creamers. They're loaded with nerve-damaging additives and preservatives. Half and half, whole milk, or natural plant-based milks are a far better idea. At number 7, refined carbohydrates. Bread, pasta, pastries, these foods don't just spike your blood sugar, they also damage your nerves from the inside out. Refined carbs are stripped of fiber and nutrients, so they break down into glucose extremely fast. When blood sugar remains too high for too long, it leads to oxidative stress and inflammation, two of the biggest drivers of nerve damage. Even if you don't have diabetes, frequent blood sugar spikes can weaken nerves, making you more prone to long-term nerve issues. So limit your refined carbs. If you really want bread, pasta, pizza, and rice, we've got some fantastic blood sugar-friendly versions in our free recipe book. Download it by clicking the link in the description box or head to diabeticstalk.com. At number 6, salt is one of the most controversial topics in health, and we always get pushback when we talk about it. Yes, it's true. Your body does need some salt. Salt plays a crucial role in nerve signaling, muscle contractions, and maintaining fluid balance. But without enough salt, your nerves wouldn't be able to send signals at all. The thing is, most people are getting way too much, and that can be devastating. Excess salt increases blood pressure, which reduces circulation to your nerves. Without enough oxygen and nutrients, nerves become weak and vulnerable to damage. The thing you need to be aware of is that most of the salt that people consume isn't from a salt shaker. It's coming from processed foods like frozen meals, canned soups, processed meats, and similar junk. So if you avoid processed foods, you're already doing your nerves a huge favor. Again, the best habit by far is to cook most of your meals from scratch, so you control what goes into your food. Use herbs and spices like garlic, turmeric, and basil to add flavor, as well as help to keep salt down. Herbs and spices are some of the most potent anti-diabetic foods you can eat. At number 5, if there's one marketing scam that's wreaked havoc on public health, it's artificial sweeteners, especially aspartame. For decades, people have been tricked into thinking sugar-free equals healthy. But here's the reality. Artificial sweeteners aren't just bad for you, they actively harm your nervous system. Aspartame, found in diet sodas, sugar-free gum, protein bars, and even some medications, is a neurotoxin that breaks down into chemicals like methanol and formaldehyde. Yes, it's the same stuff that they use to embalm bodies. Once inside you, these compounds overexcite nerve cells, leading to nerve damage and cell death. Disrupt neurotransmitters, making symptoms like brain fog, headaches, and nerve pain worse, and trigger inflammation, which can worsen conditions like neuropathy and multiple sclerosis. Aspartame also wreaks havoc on your gut microbiome, worsening blood sugar control and interfering with nutrient absorption. Now, aspartame isn't the only villain here. Other artificial sweeteners may have similarly toxic effects on the nervous system, including sucralose, aspartame K, and saccharin. If you need a sweetener that won't fry your nervous system, stick to natural options like monk fruit extract, honey, or unprocessed stevia. Just be aware of chemically altered stevia. While these still impact blood sugar to some extent, they're arguably far better than chemical sweeteners. At number 4, alcohol triggers nerve damage and makes existing issues worse. Alcohol kills nerve cells, overloads your liver, and blocks vitamin B absorption, which is crucial for nerve repair. The more you drink, the harder it is for your nerves to recover. Experts recommend no more than 1 drink per day for women, 2 for men, and at least 1 alcohol-free day per week. But even better, a full month off alcohol can allow your body to really heal. That's why campaigns like Dry January and Dry July encourage people to take a break, and many report better sleep, improved nerve function, less pain, and less brain fog. If you do drink alcohol, consider going dry for a month and see how you feel. Counting down to the worst of the worst now, at number 3, we have highly processed vegetable oils. It's criminal how widespread these oils are today. They're in restaurant meals, packaged snacks, sauces, and even so-called healthy dressings. Soybean, corn, and canola oil are the most commonly used cooking oils, and they're seriously dangerous. These oils are stripped, refined, and chemically processed, making them highly inflammatory. Our bodies need a balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fats, but these oils flood our diet with omega-6, completely throwing that balance off and driving chronic inflammation. Furthermore, when heated, they break down into toxic compounds. For a better option, use olive oil, one of the most well-researched oils for overall health. Unlike processed vegetable oils, olive oil is rich in nerve-protecting antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. But the best cooking oil? Avocado oil. It has similar benefits of olive oil, but is extremely stable at high heat. It costs more, but for your health, it's worth it. At number 2, sugar is the number 1 cause of diabetes and nerve damage. Every time you eat sugar, it saturates your bloodstream. This triggers a process called glycation, where glucose molecules latch onto proteins and fats, creating sticky, stiff compounds. Think of it like rust forming on metal, but inside your body. These compounds damage blood vessels, nerve fibers, and even your skin, making everything age and deteriorate faster. And sugar is everywhere, not just in soda, candy, and fruit juice, but also in processed foods, sauces, condiments, and packaged snacks. If you're not reading labels, you're probably eating a lot more than you think. The best way to avoid it? Make your meals yourself, focusing on whole foods. Sugar is addictive. Your brain literally treats it like a drug, lighting up reward pathways and making you crave more. But it's relatively easy to break this addiction. If you've got a sweet tooth, set a goal to cut out sugar for 1 month. At first, you'll feel the cravings, but after a few weeks, something amazing happens. Your brain receptors reset. Real food starts tasting better. And you won't miss the sugar. You'll also notice more stable energy, fewer crashes, and a sharper focus, all because your blood sugar isn't constantly spiking and crashing. And at number 1, combine everything bad we've discussed so far, and what do you get? Fast food. It's fried in highly processed oils loaded with extreme amounts of salt and hidden sugar, and packed with refined carbs. Every bite is designed to hit that bliss point and keep you craving more. Then there are the nasty sauces, full of additives and even more sugar. And of course, it's often washed down with a soda, sending your blood sugar through the roof. If you're eating this stuff regularly, your nerves don't stand a chance. Cut it out. Your body will thank you. Okay, those are the worst foods that destroy your nerves and ruin lives. But before we move on to the most beneficial foods for your nerves, is this video useful? If so, please click the like button. If you haven't already, click subscribe and turn notifications on to see more videos as we release them. Okay, now for the best foods that keep your nerves healthy and strong. Walnuts are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which help repair nerve cells and reduce inflammation. They also contain polyphenols, powerful compounds that protect against oxidative stress, one of the biggest drivers of nerve damage. Other great nuts? Almonds, cashews, and pistachios all have supportive nerve health. Avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, which keep nerve membranes strong. They also provide potassium and B vitamins, which improve nerve signaling and reduce inflammation. Salmon is one of the best sources of omega-3s, which strengthen nerve cell membranes and improve brain function. If you don't eat salmon, sardines, trout, and anchovies are all great alternatives. Eggs are rich in choline, which is essential for maintaining the myelin sheath, the protective layer around your nerves. They're also loaded with B12, a vitamin that supports nerve repair and regeneration. Next, dark leafy greens provide magnesium and folate, two essential nutrients that protect against nerve damage and improve nerve signaling. Spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are among the best choices. Blueberries are loaded with anthocyanins, which shield nerve cells from oxidative stress and inflammation. They also boost circulation, ensuring nerves get the oxygen and nutrients that they need. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that reduces nerve pain and supports healing. For best absorption, pair it with black pepper, which significantly boosts curcumin's effectiveness. Next, it may surprise you to hear that pumpkin seeds are one of the best sources of magnesium, which is crucial for nerve function. Magnesium helps to relax nerves, prevent cramps, and reduce nerve-related discomfort. And finally, fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, and yogurt support a healthy gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in reducing inflammation and keeping your nervous system functioning properly. Timing matters too. What you eat first thing in the morning is one of the biggest factors on how well your body regulates glucose and insulin. So to truly optimize your health, watch our video on the best breakfasts for blood sugar control. Remember to click like and subscribe.